Welcome to the Math School by Ifra. In this video, we are going to discuss arithmetic problems. Question number 1. Three boys, Ali, Bala and Paul, aged 14, 16 and 18 are to share a sum of money in the ratio of their ages. Given that Ali receives $1,050, calculate how much each of the other two boys receive and the total amount shared. Now the ratio is given to be 14 ratio 16 ratio 18. That can be simplified to 7 ratio 8 ratio 9. Now let $x be the total amount shared. Ali's share is 7 over 7 plus 8 plus 9 into x dollars. 1050 is equal to 7 over 24 into Ali's share, that is $1,050. Therefore, x is 24 into 1050 over 7, that is $3,600. Bala's share is 8 over 24 into 3600, that is $1,200. Paul's share is $3,600 minus 1050. Which is $1,200. 1050 minus 1200, which is $1,350. $1,350 is Paul's share. We subtract Bala's share and Ali's share from the total share and we get Paul's share. And the total amount shared is $3,600. Now let's have a look at question number 2. 5 workers, each working 10 hours per day, can dig a trench 600 meter long, 0.9 meter wide and 1 meter deep in 3 days. Find the number of workers needed to dig a trench 1.2 kilometer long, 1.1 meter wide and 1.8 meter deep. Calculate the labor cost given that each worker is paid $3 per hour. Assume all the workers work 10 hours per day for 3 days. Now let x be the number of workers needed to dig the trench. X over 5 is equal to 1200 into 1.1 into 1.8 over 600 into 0.9 into 1. So x is equal to 1200 into 1.1 into 1.8 over 600 into 0.9 into 600 into 9 into 10 into 5. That is 22. Therefore, 22 workers are needed for the job. The total number of working hours for 22 workers is 22 into 3 into 10. The labor cost is 22 into 3 into 10 into $3, that is $1,980. Let's have a look at the question number 3. In a school library, 28% of the books are classified as fiction and the remainder are non-fiction. Given that there are 1980 more non-fiction than fiction books, find the total number of books in each category and the total number of books in the library. Now, the percentage of fiction books is given to be 28%. Percentage of non-fiction books is 100% minus 28%, that is 72%. And therefore, there are 72 minus 28%, that is 44% more non-fiction books than the fiction books. Let x be the total number of books in the library. 44% of x is 1980. 44 over 100 into x is 1980. And x is equal to 1980 into 100 over 44, that is 4500. Therefore, the total number of books in the library is 4500. Number of fiction books is 28% of 4500, that is $1,260. And number of non-fiction books is 4500 minus 1260, that is $3,240. Let's have a look at another question. Mr. Lee, Mr. Chen and Mrs. Deng invest $800,000, $900,000 and $1,100,000 respectively in a business. In a particular year, the gross profit is $250,000 and the expenses amount to 20% of the gross profit. Mr. Lee, being the manager, gets 16% of the net profit and the remaining is shared amongst the three in proportion to their investments. Find the profit each receives. Net profit is 80% of the gross profit. 80% into $250,000 is $200,000. As the manager, Mr. Lee receives 16% of the net profit. So 16 over 100 into 200,000 is $32,000. The ratio of the investments of Lee, Chen and Dang are given to be this. In simplified form, they are 8 ratio 9 ratio 11. The profit Mr. Lee receives from the investment is 8 over 8 plus 9 plus 11 into 200,000 minus $32,000. That is 8 into 28 into $168,000, that is $48,000. Total profit Mr. Lee receives is 32,000 plus 48,000, that is $80,000. Mr. Chen receives a profit of 9 into 28 into $168,000, that is $54,000. And the profit Mrs. Deng receives is 11 over 28 into $168,000, that is $66,000.